So what next we learn? Can anybody state what next we learn? After data types, can I say we learn operators? Operators. How many types of operators were there? Yes, Priya, you are also correct. What types of, how many types of operators? Yes, exactly, Harshil, you are perfect. 8 types. Which were they? Sorry. Arithmetic operators, then logical, then increment, decrement, then bitwise, assignment,
Sir, conditional operator.
then conditional, perfect. And there are certain special types of operators. Do you agree with this? All of you. So these types of operators which you are there with C language, all are available with C++. Same operators, no change. No change at all. If I say arithmetic operators, all 5 are there in C++. If I say logical operators, all logical operators and or not are there in C++. No change at all. Do you agree with this? All of you? Okay. Then along with this, what you studied next after operators? Along with operators, can I say you studied variable declarations? What were the rules with C language? All the same rules are available with C++. Along with that, we were having certain keywords. In the list of keywords, there are certain changes. Some keywords, new keywords have been added, and some are removed with respect to the language. Okay, because there were 32 keywords in C language, but in C++, there are few more being added. Like class is added. Okay, some few more operators, or I should say keywords, are added. Is it fine? Then what next you studied in C language? Sir, we are thinking कि सर आप ऐसे करके पूरा C language खत्म कर दोगे. जो C में है वो C++ में है. तो C++ में नया क्या है? What is there new with C++? Don't worry. That is complete syllabus we need to go. Can I say we studied conditional, or I should not say conditional. Can I say we studied decision making statements? Okay, which were the decision making statements? If else if ladder, nested if, switch case, all same are there with C++. Same syntax, no change at all. No change at all. Is it fine? Then what next? Looping statements. Which are they? For loop, while loop, do while loop. Everything is there over here. No change. Even no change in syntax. Sir, तो अभी difference हमें बताइए. So in today's lecture, I will be saying only discussing one topic of difference. Rest will be saying what is there with C, is there with C++. Okay. Next, what you studied after looping statements? Arrays. How many types of arrays are there? Can I say one-dimensional, two-dimensional, multi-dimensional? Same is over here. What is an array? Array is a collection of elements of same data type of fixed size stored in sequential manner. Same is over here. No change at all. Then what you studied after array? Yes, absolutely correct. For functions. We studied functions. Today we will be starting up with the chapter of functions in C++. Is it fine? Syllabus. We are having encapsulation, we are having inheritance, we are having polymorphism, we are having the abstraction, all that is our syllabus points. Have you not present in first lecture? Oh, give me this. Okay, fine. No problem. Let's go. Where is it? Okay. So any doubts with this? Then you might have studied C++. No? Same is there. Almost same. Okay. Okay. So you are in electrical and shifted to computer. It will be diploma in electrical. Then you need to focus. Then you need to learn. Are you aware about C language? Then I'm not saying that you should learn that language, but somewhere it is required. Okay. Is it fine, everyone? Should I move further? Okay. Now, if I move further, then in that case, I'm sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Okay. In case of functions, what you studied? Why we need functions? In C language, you studied functions. What is the use of function? Online people, please don't write in chat. If you want to say something, you please unmute yourself because I will not be able to see your chat messages. What do you mean by function? Can I say a function is a block of code? Yes or no? Which can be used repeatedly at any point of time. Means actually function is used to remove the duplicate code in your program. Say for example, some functionality is there which you need to use it repeatedly. Like if you remember, then in C language we discussed the example of print line. I want to print the line at any moment of time. So what I do is I write the code for printing the line. Right? So this is the thing. So we go for function where we can have the block of code which can be used repeatedly. Okay. Then how many types of functions are available? Two types. One is built-in. The libraries are available. Like what we say stdio.h, which consists of printf, scanf, many more functions. Okay. Same way math.h, we are having many functions, sqrt function, absolute value function, cos, sine, tan, all the functions are available. Okay. So built-in functions. And second is user-defined functions. What do you mean by user-defined functions? User creates the function, means user wants their own functionalities. So at that point of time, we create the user-defined functions. Then how to create user-defined functions? What is the first step to create user-defined function? What is the first step? Online people, please unmute yourself for giving the answers. Don't write anything in chat now. Yes. So how to write a user-defined function? Can anybody state? I have already highlighted. Yes. The first step is always to declare a function. Now, declaring a function means what? Declaring a function means what? That we are saying to the compiler that I am going to use the function with this name. And I am going to pass this arguments. and the function will return this type of value. This is what I am going to tell to the compiler by declaring. Fine. Repeating it again. We are going to tell three things to the compiler when we do the function declaration. What is first? We are telling to the compiler that I am making this name of function. My function name will be this, whatever I mentioned. Secondly, what arguments I am going to pass to the function when I call. And thirdly, if the function is going to return some value, then what will be the type of that value? These three things we mentioned when we declare a function. And we tell to the compiler, we instruct to the compiler. Fine. One thing. Second thing, during making user-defined function, what is the second thing?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
What is the second thing? To define the function. Yes, any doubts online?
Sir, आपका voice sometimes crack हो रहा है, sir.
Actually, I am walking in the class. That's why some high-low pitch would be going on.
Okay.
Okay. If you miss anything, please ask. I'll repeat it. Okay. So, what next? The second step is function definition. What do you mean by definition? It's very simple. When I say function definition, means I am saying that when I write this function, what I want to do. When I call this function, what task I want to do. That logic part is nothing but definition of a function. And that is nothing but block of code. Say, for example, I want to print line. I want to print hyphen for 50 times. So I write a loop for I equals to 1 through 10, I plus plus, and in that I write printf dash or cout dash. So it will print 50 times. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? So in that case, function definition plays a very important role. And what is that role? It will allow you to write your block of code. And what is the third part? Calling the function. If we declare it, if we define it, but if we don't call it, then there is of no use. We need to call the function by passing the arguments. If there are, say for example, I want to make factorial function, in that I need to pass a number. Do you agree with this? All of you? Any doubts with this user-defined function? Don't worry, I'm going to write a code today for functions again. But what next we studied in case of function? This is very much required. That's why I'm revising it up. Actually, I need not to revise it. I need to immediately start with the actual part of function. But it is important. I need to revise it. Then next comes categories of function. We have studied. Categories of function are based on what? Yes, categories of functions are based on what? Can I say two things? Which are the two things? One is arguments and second is return type or return value. So function can be of four categories. Number one, function do not have arguments or parameters while defining and do not have return value. Means I don't pass any of the arguments to the function. I don't pass any of the arguments to the function. Also, I am not returning any value. So if I write an example for the same, then the example can be Example can be void add. That's it. See, I am not passing any of the parameter. Am I passing any parameter? No. Am I returning anything? No. Why? Because I have mentioned void. Do you agree with this? But say for example, the second is with arguments and no return value. Means in that case, I am not returning any value, means void. But I am passing arguments, means I am passing arguments. Do you agree with this? So question will arise, sir, when to use add with parameters and when to use add without parameters? It is your choice. It is your choice. As per your requirement, you should do this. Okay, at that point also time I told you that the function definition is always dependent on the programmer. As per requirement, programmer will define the function. Okay. Next what? What is the third type? No arguments but return value. Means in this case, function will return some integer value or long value or float value or any value. But only single value, one value only function can return. Okay, so integer add, but I am not passing any parameter. I am not passing any parameter. Sir, can we have such function? Yes, we can have. Why we cannot have? Is it fine? And what is the fourth type? Function with arguments as well as function can return value. Means what? Function can return some value, maybe of type integer, and function has arguments. Do you all agree with this? 4 categories. Sir, you have given the example for add only. We can define add as per our requirement. Say in some case, user says that I want to pass as an argument values A and B which I want to add. But in some case, it may happen that user says, no, I want to take the values in function itself. So I need not to pass. So it depends on the user, completely on the user. And again, I am saying user means the person or the client who wants your software. So based on that, you will be as a developer, you will design the functions. Is it fine? Is it fine, everyone? But condition is that whenever you declare it, તમે જ્યારે function declare કરો બરાબર ત્યારે જે મેન્શન કરી હોય ટાઈપ ઈ જ ટાઈપ પછી તમારે પાસ કરો એમાં પછી અલગ ના હા હા કોલિંગ માં જ હોય જે ડિફાઇન કે ડિક્લેર ટાઈપ લખી ટાઈપ કે મારે એઝ અ પેરામીટર હું ઇન્ટિજર પાસ કરીશ અને રિટર્ન માં હું ફ્લોટ લઈશ તો પછી જ્યારે કોલ થાય ત્યારે ઈ પ્રમાણે પાસ ઇન્ટિજર જ કરવાનું અને ફંક્શન માંથી રિટર્ન ફ્લોટ જ એટલા જ માટે આપણે સ્ટ્રક્ચર ડિફાઇન કરીએ ઇન્ટિજર નો પેરામીટર આપણે પ્રોટોટાઇપ ડિફાઇન કરી દેલા માટે એટલે हाँ चले that is fine वो ये इंटीजर आपको ये अपलोड करना हो that is fine માં કોઈ વાંધો નહીં પણ એ ડિક્લેરેશન ટાઈમે કરવા અને ડિફિનેશન ટાઈમે અને પછી પાસ કરો ત્યારે ઈચ ટાઈપ પાસ કરો એટલે even ઊંધું કરી શકો અહીંયા અપલોડ રાખો અહીંયા ઇન્ટીજર રાખો whatever you want to do that is acceptable એવું નથી it is not like તમે as an argument you take integer type then in return you need to return integer only no it is not like it is completely your choice. And your choice means as per your requirement. Right? Should I move further?
Sir.
Yes.
આપણે ફંક્શન ડિક્લેર કર્યું પછી ડિફાઇન આપણે દરખેલા આખો પ્રોગ્રામ લખીને નીચે કરીને પેલા ડિક્લેર કર્યા પછી સીધું ડિફાઇન કરી શકાય
કરી શકાય, કરી
Wait,
શકાય,
પહેલા
કરી
ઓકે
શકાય.
ઓકે
પણ સી પ્લસ પ્લસ માં જનરલી આપણે એવું નહીં કરીએ, એમાં હજી બીજી રીત આવશે સી પ્લસ પ્લસ માં. Okay, C++ if you remember our last lecture, we discussed about this part, encapsulation, where we'll be learning the concept of class and objects. Okay, so in that case, the way of defining, declaring the function will be somewhat slightly different. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, should I move further then?
Yes, sir.
Should I move further? Should I move further? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I am opening our Turbo C. I am writing a new program. We are starting up with one important concept of function in C++, which is not there in C. Okay, so just understand, one of the most important function, because nowadays without which nobody can program. Okay, but I am right now writing a C program. I want to make the difference. I want to understand you the difference. So I'm writing a C program. Wherever you have any doubt, just let me know, whatever is your doubt. I'm writing a function, or I'm writing the example of function. What is the first part if I want to make a function? Declaration. So I am declaring a function named as addition, in which I am passing two parameters, integer a and integer b. Okay, if I don't mention variable, then it is fine in case of declaration. I have declared the function. Now I am defining the function. Wherever there are doubts, please ask me. Don't hesitate in asking the doubts, please. Sorry? I'm not getting. હા ચાલે. ડિક્લેરેશન માં વેરીએબલ ના નામ નો લખો તો ચાલે. હા નીચે કરવું જ પડશે. ડેફિનેશન માં વેરીએબલ ના નામ આપવા જ પડશે. ઓકે ચાલો. What I'm doing over here is printf %d plus %d equals to %d comma a comma b comma a plus b. What is the use of this function? What this function will do? Addition. Whatever a and b I pass to this function, whatever a and b I pass to this function, okay, will be added and we are displaying. Is it fine? Okay. Now the third part of our function, what is left out? We need to call it. We need to call it. Okay. Let's say I call it. Is it fine? But I need to get the values from the user. If there is any modification or change, please let me know if I am doing any mistake. Is it fine? Is it fine? Or any problem? Is there any mistake in the program? Online people, is there any mistake in the program? Let me save this program. Let me save it. C program. I am making C program. So extension I am giving it to be .c. And giving the name of program, let's say add function. Okay. Any doubts with the program? Will this program give any kind of compilation error? Is there any problem with the program? Jaruri nathi, you can write anywhere. Generally in C++ we'll be writing at the end. Yes, we can write, we will be writing at the end because we will be learning the concept of class. Generally we always declare class at the first part. So don't worry. So any problem with this particular function? Let me compile it. No errors. Let me run it. No errors. Let me give the inputs 10 and 5. So is it fine? What is there new in this? What you are making to understand? Okay, let me make you understand new thing. Say for example, right now I am doing addition of, can I say these two numbers? What if in the same program I need to do the addition of three numbers? You will modify this function? No, I don't want to modify this function. Please, online people, I am making you understand one of the important concepts. So please understand. What I want is, instead of two parameters, two numbers for addition, now I want three numbers to add. The first task was from your point of view was that let us modify our first function. No. In some cases, I pass two arguments. In some cases, I pass three numbers to add. Did you get my requirement? હું એવું કહેવા માંગુ છું કે ફંક્શનમાં એવું બની શકે કોઈકવાર બે જ નંબર્સનું એડિશન કરવાનું થાય તો કોઈકવાર ત્રણ નંબર્સનું એડિશન કરવાનું થાય n નંબર્સનું પણ થાય એક્ઝેક્ટલી means no, એવું ન થઈ શકે. We cannot have, function is not a data type so that we declare it. No, that cannot be done. So I had given you the task. I had given you the solution also. The hint is in front of you. Make a new function. Make a new function with three arguments. Isn't it? Can you see this? See the second declaration. See the second declaration. The second declaration, is it fine? Yes or no? So I need to define it or not? I need to define it or not? I think some you are confused. I'm not making out. Are you confused in this case? That's what the point I want to come. Don't worry. Yes. So what I am supposed to do is I am supposed to define this function. Let us define it. So I am defining it. Let's say now for three parameters A, B, and C. And in that, what I am doing is I am doing the same task, but for now three parameters. Isn't it? Is it fine? Everyone. Now I am getting the third parameter also from the user, third value from the user. Is it fine? So now this is our C. Now this is C. And over here, what I am supposed to do now? I need to pass the third. But my question is this correct? Can I have more than one function with the same name?
Yes, sir.
In C language, can I have more than one function with the same name? Online people, did you get my question?
Yes, sir.
What is the
Yes,
question
sir.
then?
Sir, we can have two functions with the same name.
In C language,
Sir, function overloading.
function overloading. In C, have we understood that concept in C?
No, sir.
So that's what my question is. In C, is it permitted to have more than one function with the same name? No. Let us compile it. We are getting 4 errors. Check it out. What is the first error? If you can read out. What is the first error? Please read it very carefully. It is properly mentioned. Type mismatch in redeclaration of addition. We are redeclaring the addition. Just check it out. See, this is the redeclaration of addition, which is not permitted in C language. This is not permitted in C language. That means a function with same name is not permitted. But I am doing the save as of this program. Please understand it very carefully. I am doing the save as of this program and giving the name to be the file extension. I am making it now CPP. And the file name I am giving it to be, let's say, add function. Okay, I am saving it. Now I am compiling it. Will it give me errors? Okay. This is the fine. Okay. Now is it giving error of redeclaration? No, because in C++ we are having one concept named as function overloading. If you remember my previous lecture, in polymorphism, we had gone through one example. One student is overloaded with 5 subjects. Do you remember that example? What's your name? Shobit. If you check out, then can I say Shobit is overloaded with 5 subjects? And which are those 5 subjects? He is overloaded with DMGT, data structure, OODP, then DCN, and professional ethics. So a student, Shobit, is overloaded with 5 subjects because Shobit is same, but studying different subjects. So same way, in our case, a function is same. Function is same. Function with the same name. Then what is difference? You have to tell me. Function with the same name. Then what is difference in it? Just find out the difference between the two. Online people. What it is actually? Function with the same name, but see, addition, 2 functions are there. Just check out. Function with the same name, but what is difference between the two? Okay, agree. તો એને શું કહેશો? મારે ટેકનિકલી વર્ડ બોલવો હોય તો શું બોલશો? What will be the technical term? Near, somewhat near. Function with the same name but with different arguments. Can I say like this? Yes or no? Function with the same name but with different arguments. Now see the definition of function overloading. See the definition, everyone. And please note down this definition. Please note down this definition. I know you people are in online mode since last 1 year or 1.5 year. So writing practice is now gone, online exams are there, but writing will be forever. Written things will be remaining forever. So please note down this definition, one of the important definition with respect to examination also. हाँ लखो लखो जरा लखो हाथ में थोड़ा आम कष्ट आपो हैबिट वेगळी છે એક વર્ષની છે કે તમે પાછી હેબિટ પાડો. So what is function overloading? Function with the same name but with different arguments. Now what I mean by different, what I mean to say by different arguments? What I mean to say by different arguments? Data type ni value no kehવાય. Means it is different with respect to number or type of argument. See, in our example, if you remember, in our example, void addition integer comma integer, void addition integer, then integer and then integer. So what is difference in it? Can I say number of arguments are different? Yes or no? But this is also overloading. This is also overloading. Why? Types are changing. Types are different. That is also overloading. Do you agree with this, all of you? Any doubts with this? So what is function overloading? What is function overloading? Yes, let me run this program. Let me run this program. 10, 5 and 15. So what will be the answer? Is this fine? I'm coming to the technical part. Still technical part is remaining. It's okay. That is what I wanted to say. Okay. Now understand it very carefully. Pehla to definition. Coming to this definition first once again. Function with the same name but with different arguments. So different arguments means what I mean to say by different arguments? Number or type. Anything. Anything can be different. Agree? All of you. But now how compiler will behave in this? How compiler will know that which function I am supposed to call? Both are addition. Both are addition. See, all of you online people, please understand the technicality of this. How compiler will understand which is to be executed? How simple logic, sir. It's very simple. Sorry? કેવી રીતે ખબર પડશે કમ્પાઇલર કમ્પાઇલર શું વિચારે ના એમ તો સપોઝ અહીંયા હું પહોંચીશ ક્યારે હું અહીંયા ક્યારે પહોંચીશ રન થશે ક્યારે પણ અહીંયા નહીં રન થશે ક્યારે પણ આ લાઈન ઉપર ક્યારે પહોંચીશ રન ક્યાંથી ચાલુ થશે void main ની લાઈન બાય લાઈન એક્ઝિક્યુટ થશે ઓકે so can I say હું અહીંયા પહોંચ્યો I reach that addition calling and from there I jump to this. Yes or no? Do you agree? But my question is, how compiler came to know that I am supposed to jump at this addition and not the first addition? Perfect. So what compiler checked? Number of arguments. What compiler checked? Number of arguments I am passing. So in calling, how many arguments are passed? 3. So what compiler will find? Is there any function with 3 arguments? What compiler will find? Is there any function with 3 arguments? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Which is that one? The second one. So it executed. Now, do you understand the technicality how compiler will work? But still, what if I do this? Is it function overloading? My question is,
Yes, sir.
overloading?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, let me define it. Okay, let me define it. Let me copy this statement. Oh, sorry. What change I am supposed to do? Let's say F, 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 and F. Now my question is, you are having, you said it is a, sorry, A, B, and C. Now you tell me, when I call this addition, which will be called? First addition, second addition, or third addition? Why second? No. You are near to the answer, but not the same answer. Yes. Now what compiler checked? All of you please check it very carefully. Compiler didn't check only number of arguments. Compiler also checked types of the arguments. So when I called this addition, what will happen? Compiler will check how many arguments are passed and what are those types of those arguments. So compiler checked that 3 arguments are passed. A, B, C. What are the types of A, B, C? Integer. So compiler will check, is there any addition function with 3 arguments and all of type integer? Yes, it is. So that is second number of function. So it will execute the second. So what are the conditions for compiler? 2 conditions. One is number of arguments as well as type of arguments. All type प्रमाणे एक है. If I am calling the function addition, तो एक ज कॉल करो. So at a time एक ज function call था. पर તમારો कंसर्न એ છે, you are asking કે sir this also you want to call અને આને પણ call કરો. તો પછી તમારે બે addition call કરવા. Right? Any doubts with this, everyone? All of you, any doubts with this? So I think today we stop here. Okay. So today we stop here. All are requested to please put your attendance in the chat box, your enrollment numbers in the chat box. One zero three. 9200 9210 3002. ના એમને one by one એક નું કયો મને. હા 2 કોણ છે તમે? ઓકે નેક્સ્ટ 9211 0 1 0 3 0. Who is that? 3. Okay. 9 2 1 1 0 1 0 3. 0 1 5. 3015 કે 315? 0 આવે જ ને? 015. હા, so this is the one. કોનો છે આ નંબર? હા, તો તમારો બરાબર છે. ઓકે. તમારો 301 30. Okay. Thank you all of you.